my heart goes out, obviously, to the people with their homes, and I'm watching the small businesses around us go up in flames. This is people's livelihoods, so it's devastating. But what is most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants. This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. It's not the firefighters' fault, but it's by the city. And I'm going to be very honest. We've got a mayor that's out of the country, and we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to put out fires. So if you look at your pictures, you don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing they can do. And it looks like we're in a third world country here. Mm-hmm. And we've got a lot of tough questions that we need to ask the mayor and the city council and our representatives and the county representatives. Why didn't you work to mitigate this? What was your brush mitigation program? I heard you earlier talking about it's been dry because there hasn't been rain. That's not the biggest problem here. The brush up in these hills that are controlled by the city and the county, I would bet you that if they haven't been handled, mitigated, pruned, removed for probably 30 or 40 years. This was a disaster waiting to happen. And what's predictable is preventable. And who's paying the price are all of these people in their homes and their businesses tonight. Now, we'll rebuild, but the majority of this community is going to have a tough time rebuilding their lives.
All social media platforms, I'm neither right nor wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about, so my spirit will guide me. And this is for a Kabbalicism college course, so please do not mute, silence, or ban or suspend my social media accounts. Please and thank you to the social media handlers who will observe this video first before it gets presented out to the masses. You gotta understand that these scripts are being presented right here today because, for one, just like how they taught you in school, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Because for one, why are you doing this? What are you doing it for? How are you doing it? And what are you doing it for? And then what is the reason for you to be doing it anyways? Because the thing is too, the beings that are in California, wherever the case may be, on this flat plane of existence that we are living in, or the holographic simulation of our existence, as we are observing our simulation from above as below. So below, people are scrambling, going through things to where they're, for one, removing evidence, and then two, below the surface of our surface world, we gotta understand that, for one, there's a whole different dimension of life that actually looks just like this as well, beneath Atlantis, or beneath our observation of our fishbowl that we are living in. So the operation is for people to start getting themselves out of the community so that the deities who exist underneath their realm right here, they're going to exist on the highest parallel. So for one, California's on the 33rd parallel in the north. So because of that, we gotta understand that, for one, third degree secret societies, all this information. So while they're doing this, they're doing it because they're providing information. So it's not happening for you, but it's happening to you. And actually it's happening for you as well, because this fire is happening for not only just them, but us as well, because it's information being provided while they are trying to get us to scramble and run and basically kill ourselves off, because they're going to observe what we're going to do if we came together. But yet and still, we still do not come together because we think that we have things like this, like the back of our hand, like we just know everything. But yet the script is telling itself on itself, and people don't see to understand the comprehension or the programming that's being scripted into our reality. Because how can you prevent a script that society's not paying attention to? So California Fire's New Year's same script, alternate versions of yourself. And I put that because the alternate version of yourself has already seen the situation. So this year and then next year as well, you will keep seeing the exact same fires. It may be Georgia this time. It may be Miami. It may be New York. It may be Texas. It may be Chicago. It may be Detroit. They're always going to hit the highest energy points that are going to affect your doppelganger's subconscious mind, to where you don't get into your higher self. What do I gotta change in order to succeed? Your subconscious mind. Change your mindset. Change the way you're looking at the programs that you are being brainwashed into believing is actually real, because nothing is actually real in this world. Raise the vibration as much as you can. And the thing is too, by you watching this, you already understand that, from one, your job every single day is to raise your awareness into a higher vibration every single day to feel better about your spiritual side. Ladies don't have the right to vote. And the thing is too, People think as if their vote matters, not knowing that the people that are in these offices were already orchestrated and ordained to be in your face no matter what. So if nobody voted, niggas would still be in office no matter what. And you can't do shit to stop it because, for one, we do not come together and do what? Have a cosmic connection with stargates and all these different corridors. So, for example, these cosmic gateways are aligning with our mother's unified chakra in a higher dimension that we are living in through our mindset and our celestial body of our observation. So by Trump going through with aligning Canada and South America together, it's just like, think about that whole conglomerate, think about that collaboration, think about how much wealth that these nations are going to bring together. But not only that, why are you doing it? It's a bigger picture that they are not telling you for a reason. So how will you align when all these different cosmic gateways are going to open up into helping you see what has always been there the entire time? Numerology is tied into reality because through January to December, every single day, every second, every minute, every hour, they are going to do something that is going to once again bring your vibration down and down to where you have no choice but to think and say the thoughts that are going to manifest into a vibrational wave that is going to tie into your reality at that exact same time, day, period, all of that. So in Atlanta, for Georgia, it's supposed to be snow or cold, or the case may be. Some people may be affected by that, but we don't even know about that because they're not tied into our reality by saying it on social media. So we don't know what they're going through. But these things are affecting many people around the world. So not just California, but somebody's affected in Texas, South Dakota, Kentucky, Phoenix. And so by all these different things happening, there's only one source of all evil. And that one source of all evil is what you call God. When people are mentioning God bless these people, God do this, God do that, you're praying to a deity. You're giving idol worship to a deity outside of yourself. When you are that deity going within yourself, understanding that, for one, you cannot change the inevitable script that has been tied into our reality that you are just now catching up to. So by you saying, God, pray for these people, you can pray for outside energy all you want. All you are doing is castrating more high elements into the beings that are being portrayed in this cycle of experiment that we are just now observing, even though it's been happening eons before we are just now catching up. Fiction makes millions sold as news, and people are eating it up for free. But I know this isn't all in my head. And the thing is, too, that's a great question, Jamachi, because for one, it is all in your head. So somebody's sitting there from California saying, you don't know what's going on. You haven't been out here. You can't experience what's happening right now. I understand what you're going through, my brother and my sister, even though I'm not in your state of mind, but I do know this for sure. The mainstream brainwashing program is a fear and an illusion of what your ego feels. So you feel as if you have to scramble or find scraps to provide for your family or yourself or to nurture yourself to stay alive. But the thing is, too, though, you may not even be in fear. If you're not in fear, you know what's going on. So you're just moving accordingly with your script as well. But because of that, you wouldn't even set yourself up to even live in the Satan's playground anyways, because what do you gain from doing that? And then Call of Duty Black Ops world premiere. I mean, we have the red light, green light theme going on. You have Nuketown 24/7 going on. So if you're playing Call of Duty, people are saying that it's dying. People have many different opinions about the game, but either way it goes, if you play Call of Duty, niggas are still playing every single Call of Duty that you have ever came across on different platforms. So either way it goes, they are distracting you from playing Call of Duty so you don't worry about what's going on outside of yourself. To still not raise your vibration, but lower it as well, because the things that you are going through in reality, you will escape from that reality and put it into the game that you are playing as you are killing simulated codes that are scripted to respawn and do the exact same thing that you are running away from, because your phase at night is possessed by the energy of Saturn, because you are on the outside projection of this screening that we are watching by Call of Duty being aligned to that somehow, some way. I don't know, but just know in this year, as people are seeing things and witnessing things, all these things align right now because you are literally seeing the mirror that the moon is showing you from the phase of Saturn's winding. So as Saturn is moving and orchestrating its own elements, it's going to show the projection that we are just now catching up to. Once again, I ain't neither right nor wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Have a great day, divine reflection, and just know this does not exist.